Hello and welcome back to Popcorn Anatomy. This is your host Ursula, and today we're here to talk about the most anticipated event of 2016, Civil War, the movie, and most importantly, one character in particular, Scarlet Witch. We've got quite a couple of theories about this character. In fact, we think she's a large part of the new phase Marvel's about to introduce, by going completely bananas and killing off a bunch of characters. Don't like how that sounds? Then take a look at our evidence. So, first a little rundown of what we know about her. First introduced to the readers in 1979, we know that she and her brother Quicksilver have powers that can alter probability and cause weird incidents. Scarlet Witch alone also has the power to create illusions and influence whomever she wants. If you read the comics, you know that both Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver went to the School of Evil Mutants and are the children of Magneto, although their relationship with him is pretty tricky. So we know that both started off as evil and ended up turning good. In 1996, Scarlet Witch, now part of the Avengers, fights Loki, and in 1998 she is reintroduced along with such characters as Iron Man, Captain America, and Hawkeye. But it's 2004 where her relationship with the Avengers really becomes crucial. This is one of the comics we're really going to focus on. 2004's Avengers Disassembled marked the fall of the team, thanks to her. It goes like this. Scarlet Witch had relied on the dark art of chaos magic to fight alongside the Avengers for years. These unorthodox methods of magic were going pretty well for Scarlet Witch until they got the best of her and drove her insane, much like negativity and bad actions would drive a person crazy in real life. So after slowly slipping into insanity, Scarlet Witch went cray-cray, lost her struggle with reality, and caused chaos around her. This resulted in the deaths of Ant-Man, Thor, and Hawkeye in at first seemingly disconnected battles. She then warped reality, making it seem as though a bunch of Ultron androids were attacking, which caused the She-Hulk to rip the Vision in half. The Avengers were finally able to triumph over her with the help of Doctor Strange, leaving the now cuckoo Wanda in the hands of her father Magneto, which was the dumbest idea ever, because, now that the family was happily together again, Quicksilver insisted that Scarlet Witch change the entire freaking world in her image and in her father's favor in 2005's House of M. So what does she do? She changes Earth to where mutants are now a majority, not a minority. So in other words, you're special if you're a regular human being, but you're also on the verge of extinction. And you're extremely disadvantaged because the world is under chaos under the rule of Magneto and his royal family. Eventually though, some little mutant girl named Layla conveniently restores people's minds to how it used to be. And this causes a team of new heroes, including the X-Men, to show Magneto how things used to be and how much better the world was back then. Magneto, being the great dad he is, attacks Quicksilver until Scarlet Witch restores the planet. So comic-wise, we kinda left off with her being a deranged villain. I mean, Scarlet Witch alone begins an entirely new phase of characters and plotlines, much like the Phase 3 we're about to enter after May 6th. And like the comics, we're most likely gonna see a bunch of people die. Whether they die in the comic books or whether their actors don't want to continue the franchise, it seems many of the new characters won't be surviving Civil War or whatever comes afterwards. Of course, the consistency between the Avengers Disassemble and Civil War are not identical, but Marvel and DC films are never based off of a single series alone. We'll mismatch stories and add new ideas to make the films more interesting and to grab ideas from all storylines, which is completely okay. And this leads us to the conclusion that just as Marvel has done in every movie ever, they'll be combining plot lines. Remember that guy appearing at the end of every Marvel film you've seen lately? That's Thanos, possibly the biggest baddie in the galaxy. And Thanos is after 6 stones called the Infinity Gem, which will give him almost unlimited powers. We know that up to now, he's been using other evil people as pawns to get these stones. So what we think is, Marvel will combine storylines and make Scarlet Witch one of his pawns. She has evil within her, she's a little messed up because her brother just died, and she's got everyone's trust, so she seems like the perfect weapon for him to use. Another reason they might combine storylines is that both Scarlet Witch and Thanos kill Vision on different occasions, which means the Vision must die. He's got one of the Infinity Stones on his forehead, and Thanos is after it. So who says he can't maybe get Scarlet Witch to go after him then? And guess what? This isn't even the only coincidence. Guess what movie's coming out later this year and which people have been going crazy for? Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange is in both of these storylines. He helps the Avengers triumph over Scarlet Witch and Avengers Disassemble, but he also gathers all of the Infinity Gems after Thanos has used them, putting them into a different gauntlet, and hiding that gauntlet so that no one can abuse of its power. And since the movie's coming out soon, we think that both he and the Vision's inevitable death are going to tie the Scarlet Witch story and the Thanos one together. Of course, these are all theories, but they seem far from impossible. We feel it'll probably go this way. The Civil War movie is going to happen, but neither Cap nor Iron Man will die because they'll be teaming up at the end to face the much greater threat that is Thanos, which will probably kickstart another movie. But during Civil War, we'll see Scarlet Witch's powers expanding as she uses what we don't know yet is the unorthodox magic methods that slowly make her slip into insanity. Thanos will most likely begin to take control of her at the end of the movie, or sometime in the near future. And after that happens, the Vision dies, Thanos gets his gem, and Doctor Strange helps save the day. We know predicting is never safe, and that for all we know, we might be completely wrong. But we also know that there are simply too many coincidences here to ignore, and that this could very well happen. But then again, you can never be too sure, which is why we're calling this a theory. And that's the end of our video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to Popcorn Anatomy for more superhero theories and more movie analysis. And as always, please comment and tell us what show or movie you want us to talk about next. See ya!
Get the people on the boats.
I'm not going to leave you here.
I can handle these.